Hey thinkers, welcome back to Mind Nuggets. We're diving into the world of psychology, and today's fact is something you're really going to connect with. Did you know that friendships formed between the ages of 16 and 28 are more likely to be long? That's not just a random opinion, it's actually backed by psychological research. Studies have shown that the connections we make during this unique window of our lives tend to stick with us far more than those made in later years. But why is that? Well, let's start by looking at what's going on in our lives during those years. Between 16 and 28, we're in a period of major transition. Think about it, this is when most of us move from adolescence into adulthood. We're finishing high school, going to college or university, starting our first jobs, dealing with early relationships, financial independence, and often learning to live on our own for the first time. It's an intense, transformative time, full of new experiences, emotional highs and lows, and a lot of self-discovery. When you form friendships during this phase, you're often going through life's growing pains together. You might be stressing over final exams with a friend, celebrating your first paycheck, experiencing heartbreaks, moving to new cities, or just trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. And when someone is by your side through all of that, a deeper emotional bond naturally forms. Psychologists suggest that friendships in this age range become long-lasting because they rebuilt on shared emotional experiences and mutual growth. You're not just having fun together, you're often leaning on each other, offering support, advice, and perspective during some of the most defining moments of your life. And it's this emotional vulnerability that makes those relationships so meaningful and resilient. Now think back to your own life. Do you remember that one friend who stayed up late with you during study sessions? Or the one who helped you through your first breakup? Maybe someone you met at your first job or internship, where you bonded over long shifts and shared dreams? These are the kinds of friendships that leave a mark that feel like home even years later. You might not talk to them every day anymore, but when you do reconnect, it's as if nothing has changed. There's also a neurological aspect to this. During our late teens and 20s, our brains are still developing, especially the parts responsible for emotional regulation and decision-making. That means we're more open to forming intense emotional bonds and more likely to trust and invest deeply in our social connections. The friendships we create during this time are encoded into a brain that is still actively shaping our identity, which makes them feel like a core part of who we are. Another interesting point is that friendships during this period are often based on common interests, values, and shared goals. Whether you're passionate about music, sports, activism, or academics, these friendships are frequently sparked by mutual curiosity and a desire to grow together. As you both evolve, the relationship adapts and deepens. Over time, these bonds turn into something more than just companionship. They become a sense of belonging. But let's not romanticize it too much. Maintaining any friendship takes effort. Even those strong connections can fade without communication and care. Life gets busy. People move, start families, change careers. But the beauty of friendships formed between 16 and 28 is that they've already been through so much that they often withstand distance and time. Might not speak for months, and yet when you finally do, it's like picking up right where you left off. That's a rare kind of magic. So, if you're currently in that age range, take a moment to reflect on the friendships you're building. Are they supportive? Are they helping you grow? Are they the kind of people who show up for you when it matters? If so, you might be laying the foundation for friendships that last a lifetime. And if you're older, don't worry, it's never too late to form meaningful relationships. But it's definitely worth appreciating those old friends who've been around since your teens or 20s. Maybe today's the perfect day to shoot them a message or give them a call. It's just a simple, "Hey, I was thinking about you," can go a long way in keeping that bond alive. Friendships are one of the most valuable investments we make in our lives. They impact our mental health, our stress levels, our sense of purpose, and even our physical well-being. And the friendships we form during this pivotal stage from 16 to 28 tend to shape us in ways we often don't even realize until much later in life. So here's your thought to take with you today. Good friends aren't just part of your story, they help write it. They're there in the chapters of joy, heartbreak, confusion, and success. And if you're lucky, they're still there when you reach the next chapter. If you enjoyed today's insight, give it a like. Drop a comment telling us about your oldest friend. And don't forget to subscribe for your daily dose of smart. I'll see you tomorrow with another bite-sized fact to keep your mind buzzing. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and keep those friendships close.